Hello, I'm Charlotte Atchley, editor of Baking and Snack Magazine. I'd like to invite you to visit KPM Analytics at IBA 2023 in Munich, October 22nd through 26th at booth 320 in Hall C1. Today, I'm speaking with Yugang Zhao, Chief Commercial Officer of KPM Analytics, to learn more about what the company will be showing at IBA. Thanks for joining me today, Yugang.
Thank you for the invitation, Charlotte.
So just to start off, how does KPM Analytics help bakers stand out and differentiate themselves?
KPM Analytics was founded in 2015 as an analytical instrumentation and inspection system company, primarily focused on food manufacturing and food production. So we have technologies ranging from near-infrared analyzing equipment to flour and dough rheology and functional analyzers, up to inline moisture and vision inspection systems for quality control. Bakers can use our equipment really in every step of their manufacture process, whether it's in incoming material inspection to in-process quality sampling and monitoring, as well as the final quality inspection and control. By applying our technologies and product, bakers can really utilize their overall process and reduce the operating cost and improve their product quality.
So what can people expect to find when they visit KPM Analytics at IBA?
At IBA, we display a range of equipment from many of our 9 brands. So we have a section of rheology and functional equipment from Chopin Technology. This is a company that's been in the industry for over 100 years, really setting the standard for uh, measuring the quality of the flour as well as the dough, in the baking process. So people will see our IBO lab that's looking at the extensive stretchability of the dough, look at the gluten network, how it's forming. Our mixer lab looking at the mixing properties of the dough and how the different components within the flour, the glutens, the starch, and moisture, really forming the rheology property of the dough, especially during the baking process. We also have our starch damage device that measures the damaged starch in the flour, as well as we have a real F4 that's looking at the proofing process, measuring the volume and the gas production of the dough. On the other side, we have our vision equipment from our iPro brand. We have an inline vision system that can display the visual parts, the inspection, as well as the rejection. So we use it in bakery plant for various steps, especially in the final inspection, where the customers can actually looking at the visual defect of their bread and the buns, right? Colors, the size, the burning defect, and then set up criteria so that only good products can be sent to the packaging machine. The same machine can also be used upstream at different steps of the baking process. Like after the proofer, we measure the volume, the height of the dough, or after the forming process, that we look at the shapes and the volumes of the product. So we also have a benchtop or offline system that is really a companion device for the inline system, where people can roll this around from one side section of the production floor, moving to the other section, and they can take samples from the production line and measure that in the offline system. And that's just give people the flexibility. If they don't have the budgets to implement a full inline system, they can still take advantage of the technology. We also display our Smart Vision Works AI-based camera that really used for foreign material detection, product sorting. So that's a part of the product line that sometimes is difficult for traditional rule-based vision to capture. We have the artificial intelligence that really enhancing the image so that we can improve the reliability of the detection. So, and we have our near infrared analyzers that can be used at the beginning of the baking process, looking at the flour quality for incoming inspections, checking the moisture, the fat and the protein content, the ash content. So people can really take advantage of the full range of KPM solution within the bakery.
How are all of these solutions that you're exhibiting meeting the needs of bakers today?
So the bakeries these days facing several challenges. The first challenge is the labor challenge, especially during the pandemic. Whenever I visit a bakery plant, I find the same problem everybody's facing, that they are short of people. The experienced, the experts, they are retiring. So there's not only a labor gap, but there's also a knowledge gap. So how to maintain the same level of quality in production while have to deal with less people and less knowledge. So KPM, our solutions help the bakers to really capture the knowledge of their experienced or skilled resource today and translate that into digitized information so that they can actually put a specification on the numbers and then maintain consistency throughout the production. That's, including using NIR to check the flour specifications, using the rheology equipment to look at the dough properties, or using the vision equipments to look at the final production, the forming, the colors, and the shapes and defects so that they can maintain the same level of quality throughout their overall supply chain, from the material inspection down to the final packaging.
Thank you, Yugang, for telling us more about KPM Analytics and what it offers the baking industry. Be sure to visit KPM Analytics in Hall C1, Booth 320 at IBA 2023, happening in Munich, October 22nd through 26th.